I'm conducting my research on high school dropouts. The most relevant thing that I've learned thus far is that a high school dropout does not just develop or is not born in high school. Most often, dropouts are established or begin to be born as early as the 5th grade. These students most often can be identified as they struggle academically in both reading and math, more often than not. Moreover, these students begin to exhibit behavior concerns, and they act out because they do not understand what's expected of them academically. But the most telling revelation that I had of all is that more often than not, when these students started school, they had a genuine thirst for knowledge, or they wanted to know how things worked, why things worked, and they were generally people who had good grades when they were in kindergarten, 1st grade, 2nd grade. At some point in the 5th grade, or by the time they get to the 5th grade, that spark for learning generally burns out. More often than not also, it was noted that they have traumas in life. There are often deaths with parents that disturb their learning pattern. And if the relationship with another caring adult isn't met, then they veer off in regard to behavior, which also affects academics. And if that is not righted, one of the things that you see also for a dropout is that they begin to experience the phenomenon of failing school. So they repeat a grade or two, often in elementary school, then again in middle school, and by the time they get to high school, they no longer feel that they can learn, or that no one is going to be in their corner to push them to learn. So they come to school sporadically, and it's not always driven by misbehaviors or punishment by way of consequences for their misbehavior, but there is a correlation to that as well. So if a student is performing poorly, they misbehave, and then they get suspended from school, and often that's in increments of 3 days, 5 days, or 10 days, then that builds further on that person not being able to successfully graduate from high school. So the biggest thing, or my most revealing aha moment, is to establish a relationship with a student so that they know you care. But in order to teach them, you also have to know that as well. So we are part of that community, and not just educationally, but building that relationship to make sure that that student is successful in assuming their rightful place in society.